Hello there guys and welcome back to 100% Chelsea for my review of the Chelsea versus Arsenal game. And it finished 3-1. I'm so bloody happy. I'm so happy. See, that's why yesterday I said I'm not the manager and I'm not getting paid millions a year to decide who plays and to, set up the team. Because, if you saw the preview yesterday, I said I'd go with the 3-5-2 because I think the 3-4-3 hasn't really worked so well. But I said that 3-4-3 formation with, those players in it is what I expect to be playing, even though I want something different. And it was exactly that lineup that started the game, with Thibaut Courtois in goal, Gary Cahill, David Luiz, Cesar Azpilicueta, Marcos Alonso and Victor Moses as the wing-backs, N'Golo Kante next to Nemanja Matic in centre of midfield, and the front three being Eden Hazard, Diego Costa and Pedro. So, like I said, we won 3-1, and we were bloody good. The game started off really well for us. Actually, Arsenal had a chance, which was really silly, really sloppy. I don't know what happened there. Courtois tried to pass it out to David Luiz. Just about the ball went past Sanchez, and then Courtois overhit it a little bit, and David Luiz couldn't get there, and I think it was Iwobi who got there, and David Luiz deflected the shot, so it ended up being a corner, not a shot on goal. But very sloppy to start with. But pretty much, there wasn't anything else happening until we scored. 13th minute, Pedro crossed the ball in from the right. Diego Costa got his head to it, hit it against the bar. Then Alonso managed to get the rebound, came running like mental into the box, pretty much KOing Bellerin. He did have his elbow forward, but he was just looking at the ball. I think it's good that he wasn't given a foul, but I can understand why there is an argument why it could be a foul. I don't think, it has to be given, but I can understand why people would argue it should have been. But, he got to the ball, headed it in. Jack couldn't really do anything about it. Bellerin had to be substituted because probably suffered a minor concussion, I'm guessing. But, obviously, 30 minutes, 1-0 up, couldn't be going better. We were controlling the game. We may not have had more possession, but we were controlling the game. We were definitely game on the front foot. We defended incredibly well. Kante, Matic, Aspi, Moses, Alonso, so many incredible interceptions to, make way for incredible counter-attacks. Few of them, we couldn't find that killer pass in the first half. Diego just not laying it off to Pedro in the right moment. Then he lost the ball. Pedro would have been in on goal completely on his own. Other way around, it was once as well. Pedro tried to pass it, but it just got intercepted by, I think, Mustafi, which was obviously annoying. So we went into half-time 1-0. Before that, Thibaut Courtois had to pull off an incredible save against the header from Gabriel. One of these crosses and headers that I was talking about in the preview, where we are sort of not perfectly solid. These corners from not really a proper cross, but like somewhere between our box and the halfway line, and just put it in far. And Gabriel got ahead to it, but Courtois pulled off a really good save. And then just before the end of the first half, he had to make another good save from an Ozil shot inside the box. Didn't do well there, Ozil, to be honest, but it was a save that Courtois had to make. He, caught it as well, so no rebound danger there. But yeah, into half-time, 1-0, sorry. 1-0 is always a bit of a dangerous result. Yes, we were the better team, even though the last 5 minutes Arsenal got into the game a little bit more, but we were definitely the better team and deserved to be leading. But it's still dangerous. But thankfully, good old Eden Hazard, or should I say Lionel Messi? I'm not sure, because 53rd minute, you know what he done? Got the ball at the halfway line, went past Koscielny, then Coquelin was all over him. He just shoved him off. Coquelin bloody fell over, and still referee gave advantage to us. Hazard carried on running, ran straight at Koscielny and probably Mustafi, maybe it was Gabriel who was next to Koscielny in the box. He just, did a few step overs, I'm going to go here, I'm going to go there, I'm going to go here, I'm going to go there. Just went past Koscielny, put it in the goal. What an insane goal that was. The physical strength that he showed to shove off Coquelin, because he's not a weak player. He's not the tallest. He's no Matic, but he's still a strong player. If you look at him, he looks a lot stronger than Hazard. But he kept the ball really close to his feet, shoved him off, carried on his run. Incredible finish, absolutely top class, like out of this world goal. And obviously that was vital to get the 2-0, because you could just see how much we dented Arsenal's confidence with that, and even raised our confidence. 72nd minute, Gabriel, in my opinion, could and should have been sent off because he elbowed Hazard in the face. Ball was coming to them. He clearly knew that Hazard was next to him and he just done that. Not cool, but, ref. He did see, he gave the foul, but he didn't even give a yellow card. I find that a bit weird. I'm not sure if the ref actually saw it. I think it might have been one of the linesmen or the fourth official because it took a while to blow the whistle for that one. But yeah, not long after that, Courtois had to make another mental save. Mental save. I can't remember who headed the ball, but it was another one of these crosses. After they had a corner, we defended it, cleared it out. They got the ball again and one of these crosses again. I can't remember who got to the ball. What a save. I mean, the guy is insanely tall, almost 2 meters tall. No, I thought it was going in already, and he just couldn't get there in time. But, mental save, and obviously important because 78th minute, if we concede the 2-1 at the time, we can still be, you know what I mean? But thankfully we didn't concede. 84th minute, Willian came on for Pedro and Fabregas came on for Hazard, obviously switching to the 3-5-2 then. And just a minute later, Fabregas made it 3-0. Good old Agent Jack, who's clearly still, Chelsea supporter, because Arsenal had a throw in. Gabriel threw it to Jack. He just passed it out to Fabregas, who was under pressure by one of their defenders, but he just lobbed it. Not that Jack was in goal anyway, but he just lobbed it straight into the goal, 3-0, lovely jubbly. And I was like, yes, come on, proper revenge for the 3-0 earlier this season. Sadly, we had to fuck that up a little bit. First, Zuma came on for Moses in the 88th minute, which, is good. I want Zuma to get more and more minutes and possibly come into the team, at least by next season as a starter again. And then 90th minute, Diego was being really selfish. He done really well on the right-hand side, shoved off Mustafi, got into the box. William was really easy to pass, to lay it off for him, to square it. William probably would have had an easy finish. But Diego tried to go for the jugular, tried to go from a really tight angle, similar to the one he scored against West Brom, just from the other side. Didn't score, and when they were still showing the replays of that, suddenly Giroud made it 3-1. Crossing, and Giroud just got a head to it. They subbed him on, he didn't start the game. Which is obviously annoying, but do I give a fuck? Not really. We extended our lead to Arsenal to bloody 12 points. We still haven't lost at home since changing to the 3 at the back formation, since we lost to Liverpool. That's 9 home games in a row that we won. Not even a draw in there. And it's just 9 home games in a row that we won. And that's not including the cup game, so that makes it 11, which is absolutely insane. And I'm just so happy. And you could just today in that game see the difference. Of course, Arsenal didn't have that good a game as Liverpool did, to be fair. But you could just see what a difference it makes for us and the way we set up and the way we play when we play at home. Yes, we do still try to be solid against a big team like Arsenal, like we did against Liverpool. But against Liverpool, maybe it was unintentional and they forced us to do it, to sit back even deeper and just not be able to hit them on the counter as well. But today was just absolutely insane. First half, we started off more possession, playing around their box a lot. And then second half, we set back a little bit more. Obviously defending the 1-0 lead at the beginning of the second half and then a 2-0 lead. Just hit them on the counter like crazy. And literally, we could have scored 6. We could have scored 6. Talking about, the first half when Diego didn't lay it off. If Pedro's pass come through to Costa. Costa not being selfish in the second half just before we scored. After we conceded, Kante had an easy cross to play into Costa, was completely on his own in the box. Sadly, he messed up the cross and it fell into Czech's hand. But, we could have had 4, 5, 6 easily. But it doesn't really matter. We scored 3. We won 3-1. It's even though, they beat us 3-0, it's still revenge for that. And we show what a different team we are to back then. Obviously, depending on the other results this weekend on Tottenham, Liverpool, Man City, also United. We definitely... I'm saying right now, we've pretty much just won the league. Because even 9 points, which it is to Spurs at the moment, we're not even losing 3 more games all season. Let alone Spurs lose 3 less games than us do and win 3 more games than we do that we lose. So I think we pretty much just won the league, and it's absolutely mental. It's just what date is it? 4th of January, 4th of February, of course. I mean, I can't even deal with this. This is just mental. I can't deal with it. It was such a great performance. That goal by Hazard again. Wow. Just wow, my friend. Everyone was in the stands. Shevchenko, Drogba, I can't remember some others. Celebrating our goals. It was just a great day out. But yeah, talking about players more individually, Courtois, pulled off 2-3 really good saves, two outstanding saves, really good performance. Sad for him pity for him that he couldn't keep a clean sheet because of that late goal. The whole of defence, outstanding. Aspilicueta, Courtois, Aspilicueta, David Luiz, Gary Cahill, all really, 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 really good. Alonso scoring a goal, playing a really good game against Walcott until he came off. Outstanding going back up, really good going forward as well. Moses, outstanding going forward. The amount of pace he showed today, unreal. He committed a few fouls, but like smart fouls when he just to stop them attacking. Really good. I didn't see him missing, being badly positioned or missing any headers or something. It was really good today. Kante, outstanding again, like Liverpool. Incredible amount of interceptions. His passing was better than a Liverpool, still not, up to par and up to what I hope for it to be, because, then we could have scored more goals. Matic, he was really good interceptions, really good passing, passing it out wide, switch of play, really good in that. The only thing I always have to criticise with Matic is when he gets the ball, when he's a little bit under pressure, he just takes too long to pass it off. And he always has people available to pass it to, it just takes a little bit too long. And say 6 times out of 10 he loses the ball then, and someone else has to recover the ball, which shouldn't happen, but if we've been 3-1 against Arsenal, I'm not complaining. Hazard, talked about him already. Really good game, outstanding goal, good other moments as well. Pedro, really good game as well. A bit unlucky when Costa didn't pass it to him. Very unlucky when he played it to Costa and that got intercepted, but a good game as well. Very happy with him. Costa was probably our worst player of the day, but he was still good. He was a bit selfish towards the end, clearly, because he really wanted to get the goal put. He missed the penalty against Liverpool. He really wanted that goal. Missed the opportunity to pass it to Pedro in the first half. First touch wasn't always great, but what he always did well all game long was taking on the ball, whether that was with his chest or heading it towards another player from a long ball. He did really well with that, and just going on the run, really good. But it's always really difficult for me to criticise Costa, because even if he has a terrible game and say misses a lot of sitters, or does like what he done to with not passing to Pedro would have been probably an easy goal for Pedro. I can't criticise him because the guy runs his heart out every single game. It doesn't matter if we're trailing or leading. It doesn't matter to him. He runs his heart out until he's probably dead, until he fall over dead. He just does not stop. And the passion and the commitment that he shows is really, really good. And, I'm very happy with it. But yeah, Fabregas obviously came on, didn't really do much, only had, with injury time, 8 minutes or something. So, but he got the goal, so really good. Can't complain. Willian didn't really do much. Would have scored one if Diego squared it to him. Zuma, good interception, but, had how many minutes? 5. So, but yeah, that's really all I've got to say, if I'm honest. Leave me all of your comments down in the comment section below on the game. How happy are you with that result? I mean, it's insane. It's absolutely insane. Who was your man of the match? For me, it was Hazard. Great goal, outstanding goal. A goal that you'll only see from Lionel Messi. I don't think anyone else will score a goal like that, especially against a big team as well, not just against Eibar or Osasuna in Spain, but against Arsenal. But yeah, leave me all of your thoughts down in the comment section below. Leave a like if you did enjoy the video. We'd massively appreciate that. Also, subscribe if you haven't already. Again, we massively do appreciate that, because, we don't just do this for fun. We do it for fun, but not for fun. Subscribe if you haven't already. We massively do appreciate that as well. Thank you guys for watching. Up to Chelsea. What a game. 12 points to Arsenal. We're winning the league. Up to Chelsea, and I'll see you next time.